Good day, my fellow warriors of the light, and welcome back to Random Game Fridays. Today, on this rainy day in Shigane, we are going to head into the second wing of the Shadowbringers Alliance Raid, Puppet Bunker. To continue this raid series going on, so let's see if there's anything I need to bring up. Any news? Nope, I don't think of any. Yeah. Let's just get it on. Oops. Alright, and I guess she is going to go on ahead of us. Why do I always see that comment when I go into Puppet Bunker? Thank God it's not CT. Oh, that is hilarious. Alright, let's see if we can do this right. We are in Group B. First boss is just a stationary boss. Aggro threat doesn't matter. Group A is typically going to go over there. B will stay right here. C will go in that direction. And they already engaged. First attack, anti-personnel laser, just a tank buster on all the tanks. I am too close. One thing you do want to be careful here is you can fall off the edge. There are a lot of knockback mechanics in here. These beam cannons are going to collapse to the point where you have a very narrow spot to stay on. And we just lost a healer for the knockback. Because that ability has a knockback, just like 90% of these abilities, like this one, Collider Cannons. This will slow down to a point, so you just gotta get in the open spot. And A just lost healer. Shit. I missed what that was, but that is a targeted AoE. That's going to be multi-striked on the person. So you want to bring that away from the group. These bastards, like that, will knock you around. I wasn't too far in. Refractor cannons. Stay on the side that it's tilted away from. And we're back to beam cannons, so that means we gotta go to a spot that's gonna be close. Ooh. Guessing those is really tight. This is just an AoE raid-wide fusion cannon. And this fight has been spicy already. Let's see, aerial bombardment. 3 raid wides. These little bastards you have to take down once they become targetable. Otherwise, they're going to blast the entire raid. And you see we got targeted on the player again. Someone's got that already, good. Yeah, if you get knocked off and get rezzed over here where B is, you'll want to move back to your party. This is last song. The open gaps are where it's not going to hit. So you want to go for those. When it comes back around for the next cycle, it'll be a lot faster. And there'll be other mechanics happening in the same time. I do not believe that is a knockback. Aerial swoop is going to be these guys targeting it again. So their beams that they bring across is the pattern that they're going to do. That, again, is the player target ability. Oh, those are really tight. And we just lost our tank. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that was close. These are tight. Can I get it? Ooh, I got that in time. And we got Collider Cannons again, but we crap, that was close. Ooh, this is going to be a spicy run. Holy crap. What are you talking about? Oh, they're talking about the materials for the relics. Okay, that's understandable. Back to the first fight. Limit Break you don't necessarily need to burn there. Here, it's actually better, I say, because you usually have your ranged or your casters drop it. But it's not wrong to burn it if you can. The big guys will be doing an interruptible cast that your ranged or your tanks should be interrupting. This, Volta Rain. One tank didn't get it. Crap. Because you see, we have a 30-second paralyzed debuff. That sucks. And it is a pain for all the healers to try to get all that down. It's basically just like the first pull in World's Darkness. And just like that pull, you don't always get people to, you know. Alright. Next fight. 3 bosses split into 3 groups. You will be getting debuffed so that you can only target or only effectively damage your target. B, I think we're going straight ahead. Our shield protocol is just putting the debuff on everybody. Missile command is going to be a raid wide by all 3 of them, so you're going to get 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. That is just a targeted AoE on a random player, so that's going to be... Jeez. A fire zone right there. This laser attack, do not target it. towards other party members. It puts a magical debuff, so if you get hit with 2 of them, you will die. Let me repeat, do not point the laser at other parties. It will kill them. Sharp turn. Left hand, you want to go outside. Right? That's a left hand? I was wrong. Left hand is inside. And I earned that one. So left hand is inside. Right hand is on the outside. Precision guided missile is just a tank buster. Air raid is going to prepare these walkers, which are going to go around the entire outside. Alright, I'm going to have to not do DPS for a moment. There we go. Alright, back to the fight. Alright, that, they all go to one spot. They're going to do one side and the other. So you got to match the pattern. So we're going left, right, left. Oh, crap, I hate when that happens. Precision guided missile, tank buster. Oh, I am way behind on the curve right now. So this is going to drop a fire AoE on the ground, which is why you want to put it away from the group. A high-powered laser, point away from everybody. Missile command is the 3 raid-wide attacks. So this is going to be a multi-hit. Air raid is going to be the walkers again. And we're going in the opposite direction this time. Aerial bombardment. With the fire zones again. Put it away from the group. And this fight, since there's nothing after it, you can burn it. Limit breaks without any worry. Oh, and that's a second boss. Actually speeding through this pretty well. Alright, third boss can get to be really fun. This third boss definitely requires a lot of good positioning. And this part of the raid is where we get heavy into certain aspects of Nier that I don't want to say specifically because I don't want to spoil it if any of you have not played the Nier games, Automata, Replicant, or the others. If you haven't, I highly suggest it. You can wait for a sale on Steam, but yeah, I definitely suggest them. Because this whole section right here is significant lore-wise. And in 4, 3, 2, rocket. Alright, we're starting with Voltare, which is just a raid wide. This thing. Activate laser turrets. 1, the ups are going to be walking towards the edge. The downs are going to be doing the full blast until the ups get to their final part. High-powered laser is 2 tank busters that are line attacks. And we lost a tank on that one. Conventional voltage is just 4 cone attacks on 4 players. Spread out. Energy bombardment, random AoEs on players. Impact crusher, 3 spots where it's going to jump, and then it will follow up with a donut. And the raid wide again for Voltare. Alright, this next ability is not going to do anything. It's more just a phase change. Signifying that it's going to a different moveset, basically. Because the next thing it's going to do is have cannons come up along the edges, which are going to randomly fire into the arena. You see those cannons? They'll just shoot the normal Nier balls. And you just avoid them as much as you can. Hello. That one's close. Who doesn't like bullet hell in their alliance raids? Voltare again for your raid wide. Let's pop that. Alright, we should be transitioning again. Nope, we're going to do the pods first. So they're going to show their numbers on the wall. The first series, you just stand in between the gaps. Crap, I screwed that up. Because the 30s are going to be the AoEs, I believe. Ooh, that's too close. Because you'll see their numbers come up, R30 or R10. The 10s are just line attacks. So we can stand over here in between these two guys. Shit, wrong one. Alright, this is basically towers. Grab a tower, stay where you are. Come on. Pop. There we go. Into another raid wide with the Voltray. We should be getting the Tank Buster dual attack again. Nope, we get this. So we have more people, so you spread out a little more. Energy Bombardment is going to be the random targets on players. And there's the Tank Busters. They are really close. Another Voltray for your raid wide. I believe we're going to get the pod mixed series now. After yet another raid wide. Yeah, here we go with the pod series. So this part, you want to pay attention to the actual numbers. The 2 10s are where you want to stand, because these are 2 line attacks. Everything else is going to be AoEs. And since they saved the limit break, we're going to burn it on this next corridor, which is just a gauntlet, 3-room gauntlet with bots shooting those near balls at us from a distance and doing beam attacks. So basically all you got to do is dodge the balls, dodge the lines. The 3rd room, you'll have barriers, which you have to break down, kind of like a Contra. Screw it. It's not going to matter. So you see a little point. Yeah, of course you target me. Racist pricks. Screw it, I'm eating this one. I'm earning that bold stack. And now we get the balls. It always gets fun with that 4. And now we get the balls with the barriers. And if you see your tank at 8 Volt stacks, don't be surprised. It's pretty easy to get them here. Ooh, I almost earned that one. Jeez. There we go, that's the one I wanted. Alright, and finish these last little bastards up. To get to the final boss, who does have 2 phases. First phase of the final boss is the ball. Second phase of the final boss is the person. Let's just call it that, the person. Seriously. Yeah, I'll put in a chapter for after this cutscene in case people don't want to actually watch this part, which gets to be pretty nearish. Three people in cutscenes. Give us a break, please. Yep, that's a lot of cake. And that amalgamation is the ball. Alright, so first thing, mechanical laceration is your raid wide. Deal with it. Mechanical decapitation. A donut. Collapse. Next one should be mechanical laceration, which would be a line attack. So where the laser goes is where the line hits. And we almost lost the healer. This weird ability... Oh, it's not that one. That's just AoEs. This next ability, though, is going to get to. Ha! I got it off, you bastard. It's going to split and do cleaves, so you want to stand in the cross-section. I think that's it. I have horrible depth perception, so I suck at gauging that. We'll have the raid wide again in just a second. Mechanical laceration, your raid wide. And it's going to knock everybody back and transition to phase 2. I will put another chapter in to skip this scene as well, for people that don't like it. Because that is some serious Yoko design right there. Alright, our first ability, Centrifugal Slice. Raid-wide damage, yet again. Relentless Spiral, just targeting random players. Primal Blade has 3 forms. Sword like that, like a samurai, is going to be the centered AoE. Primal Blade, she'll do a massive cone attack in front of her. And when she sticks it in the ground, it is just a donut. Alright, what do we have next? Alright, this one. Follow the line to the Sparklies, because she will be teleporting. So the donut is not going to be where the tank was having her. Centrifugal slice, you're raid wide again. Three parts sustain, stacker. I believe this is a multi-hit. With the knockback. If you do stuff like Surecast or Arm's Length, that will make you invuln to the actual damage and can screw you over. Because if you're the specific target of the stacker, you'll be taking that all by yourself while everybody else is getting knocked away. 4 parts resolve. She will target 4 people. 1 and 3, she'll jump and do an AoE on. 2 and 4, she will do a line attack. So try to spread accordingly. It's not always easy with the random and roulette, but it's doable. Reproduce. She's going to create clones at the 4 corners. Primal Blade with the sword in the ground. She's going to donut. She's going to do it first. And then the clones will copy it, so you got to go to one of them. Preferably the one that everybody else is going to. Wow, I really feel bad for that healer. Energy compression. Towers. They will be all over the place. And the next time it happens, they will have some that teleport. So you gotta watch for those. Like this one is going over here. Compound R11 are going to be massive beam attacks on the sides. Look for the gaps, which right now is here. But 2 of these are going to move. So this should still be good. But it's already over because we're in Dawn Trail gear. So that is the Puppet's Bunker. Second wing of Shadowbringers Alliance Raids, the near crossover series. And that actually went a lot faster than I was planning on it. Holy crap. What did we do that in? 34 minutes. Actually, there's some time that was for the... which healer? I think it was that healer that was having the fun time. But, yeah. That's the second raid. And it's not that difficult once you get accustomed to it. I'd say it's on par with Copied Factory. The third one is where things get to be real spicy. But we are going to call it there, since the sun is setting yet again for another video. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.